You're about to hear a conversation that might change how you see every child that walks through your door. Today, we're sitting down with Adam James, founder of Safe Harbor Behavioral Health out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. This man is rewriting the playbook on how we show up for kids who've been through the unthinkable, and he's about to tell you a story that you will never forget. Listen.
Step into the light.
That kid is not bad. That kid is scared. And scared looks a lot like angry when you are 3 feet tall and your brain has not finished building yet.
Man, you are listening to something special right now. Today, we have Adam James in the building, founder of Safe Harbor Behavioral Health out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Look, this man is changing how we show up for kids, and I promise you, by the end of this conversation, you will never look at a child the same way again. Adam, welcome.
Man, I appreciate you. For real. I'm excited to be here because this topic, this one is personal. This isn't something I read in a textbook. I lived this.
So let us get into it. Trauma-informed care in daycare settings. Now, some people hear that and they go, trauma in daycare? I mean, these are toddlers. What could they possibly be going through?
See, the thing is, I used to think the same way. Let me tell you a story. My first week running the program, I walk into a daycare in Tulsa. Nice little spot. Finger paintings on the wall, little cubbies with their names on them. Smelled like goldfish crackers and hand sanitizer. You know the vibe. And I see this little boy, and he could not have been more than 4 years old. He is sitting in the corner, and I am thinking, he is having quiet time. That is sweet. Then a teacher walks by him, and then this boy launches a chair across the room. I'm talking full Olympic shot put. This chair went airborne. And every adult in that room had the same reaction. What is wrong with you? But here is what I learned, and this changed everything for me. The real question is not what did you do wrong, but what happened to you? You hear me? What happened to you? That one shift from wrong to happened, that rewires how you show up for that child. Because that kid was not bad. That kid was terrified. And terrified looks a lot like angry when you are 3 feet tall and your brain has not finished building yet.
Wait, hold on. Say that again. Terrified looks like angry?
I tell you what, let me put it like this. You ever been in a dark parking garage at night, late, by yourself, and you hear footsteps behind you? What do? You do not sit down and journal about it. You do not pull out a breathing exercise. Your heart starts pounding. Your fists clench up. You walk faster. Maybe you spin around ready to swing. That is your brain going into survival mode, fight or flight. Now imagine feeling that every single day, at home, at school, at the dinner table. Imagine your nervous system is stuck on that parking garage setting 24/7. That is what trauma does to a child. So when that little boy threw that chair, he was not being bad. He was in that parking garage, and the teacher walking by, that was the footsteps.
Man, I never thought about it like that. Okay, so you have got a kid who is in full meltdown mode, escalated. What do you actually do? Because I feel like most people either freeze or they start yelling.
All right, let me break this down because this is important. And I'm going to tell you what not to do first because everybody does it. So that same little boy, he threw a chair across the room. Another teacher runs over and gets down on one knee. Real sweet voice.
Now, Marcus, we do not throw chairs at our friends. Can you use your words?
And I'm standing there thinking, ma'am, this child just went full WWE on a piece of furniture, and you want him to use his words? I mean, look, her heart was in the right place. But here's the crazy part, it doesn't work. Because when a child is that escalated, the part of their brain that processes your nice word, the cortex, has gone completely offline. The lights are off, nobody's home upstairs. Yeah, it's like trying to reason with somebody during a hurricane. You're standing there with your PowerPoint presentation, like, if you'll turn to slide 3, man, they cannot hear you. The wind is too loud.
Ha! The PowerPoint in the hurricane. Okay, so what do you do then?
There is a framework, 3 words: regulate, relate, reason, in that order. And here's where most people mess up. They skip straight to reason. They go to step 3 first. But step 1, regulate. You know what I did with that little boy? I sat down on the floor right next to him, not in his face, and beside him, side by side, and I did not say a word. Oh, I just started breathing, slow, deep, in and out. And you know what happened? After about 2 minutes, this little boy who just tried to send a chair into orbit, he started breathing with me. His shoulders dropped, his little fists unclenched. Because here's the part nobody talks about. Emotions are contagious. If you come in hot, frustrated, stressed, that child's nervous system picks it up like a frequency, like a radio station. You are broadcasting chaos and wondering why the kid will not calm down. I need you to hear this. You cannot calm a storm when you are the storm.
Okay, but let me play devil's advocate here, because some people say this is soft, right? Like, kids need structure, they need discipline. You are letting them off the hook.
Man, I love that pushback. You know why? Because I used to be that person. I grew up thinking discipline meant punishment. You act up, you get dealt with. Simple. But let me be transparent. I was wrong. And here's how I know. I had a little girl in the program, 7 years old. Every time she got in trouble, you could put her in timeout, take away her snack, send her to the office, and she would just sit there, blank face, no tears, no reaction, nothing. And one day it hit me like a truck. She was not being tough. She was not being defiant. She was used to it. Pain was normal to her. Punishment was just Tuesday. We were not teaching her a lesson. We were confirming what she already believed, that the world is not safe, or that she is not safe, that adults are just another person who's going to hurt her. So I tried something different. Every morning when she walked in, I gave her a high five and said 3 words: you are safe. That is it. Every single day, you are safe. And for 3 weeks, nothing. No response, just that blank face. I started to think that maybe this is not working. Maybe I am the crazy one. Then one morning, week 4, she walks in and she reaches her hand out first. She gave me the high five. And she said, I know. I tell you, I had to turn around because I was about to lose it in front of the whole class. That is what I mean by relationship deposits. Every high five, every you are safe, every shared laugh, you are putting money in the bank. And you need a lot of deposits before you can make a withdrawal, before you can redirect, before you can correct, because that little girl's account was overdrawn. Life had already taken more than it ever gave.
Man, I know, that got me. Okay, if somebody is listening right now, daycare provider, teacher, parent, what is the one thing they can start doing tomorrow?
Here's what I learned. This is everything. It doesn't cost you a dime. It doesn't require a degree. You don't need a certification on your wall. Start using the language of safety out loud every single day. You are safe here. My job is to keep you safe. Right now in this room, you are safe. Because a lot of these kids, nobody has ever said that to them. You might be the first person in their entire life to say those words. And when you say it and then you mean it, and your actions match your words, you become what the research calls a brain architect. You are literally wiring that child's brain for trust, for connection, for healing. See, I don't fix people. I just clean their glasses so they can see themselves differently. And when a child starts to see themselves as safe, as worthy, as capable. Man, transformation never just sticks with yourself, it ripples out to their family, their classroom, their future children. You're not just helping one kid, you're changing a bloodline. That's not soft. That's the most powerful thing you can do with your hands and your voice.
Adam James, everybody. Safe Harbor Behavioral Health, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Man. I am not going to lie, that hit different. Thank you for this.
I appreciate you, for real. And to everybody listening, you don't have to be a therapist to be a healer. You don't need the letters after your name. You just have to show up, regulated, present, and safe. That's it. That's the